Welcome back to WC Bricks for another episode of Building Gotham City in Lego, and here we are once again at ARKHAM Island. Got so much of this done over the last couple of weeks, and hopefully this week we'll get it pretty much finished. I want to sort out the car park area, the area that's going on the side here where they transport the prisoners from the vehicle into the actual building, but what I'm also going to need to do is rearrange the inside of that building as well. So let's get a part of it over to the table and let's get started. And this floor has been pretty much destroyed. Now I've got the hole down this side as opposed to that end, and I've added a little bit here. This is where the steps come up, so I just need to make sure that there's enough space there for a walkway. Now I'm looking at possibly only having cells along this side. I still need to have a corridor that's going to lead to the visiting rooms. This is obviously the entrance into the asylum, but I'm considering having steps coming up on this section here. As opposed to having cells. I think it might just look a little bit better, and I'm happy just having 8 or 9 cells in the asylum on this side in total, if you include the 6 on the level below. But anyway, let's carry on building this up and see how it looks. That's the layout of that floor all sorted out. It took a little bit longer than I was anticipating, but happy with how it's come on. And I've just purely got 3 cells over that side now, so there's 9 cells in this section here in total with the 6 below. Still need to put some railings up and obviously tile the entire floor, and also put some sort of like metal detector of when visitors are going into ARKHAM Asylum. But I will concentrate on getting all of those final details sorted out once I found the pieces out for that. Now that I've got the stairs coming up here and also there, it does mean I'm going to need to rearrange the next floor up. So let's bring that one over and let's get started on that one next. And here is the next floor up, and as you can see, I haven't done any work at all inside of this room just yet. So first of all, I need to do is rearrange the holes in the floor. So one needs to go over in this corner and the other one needs to go to about here, and then I can start putting all of the floors in place there. So we need the treatment rooms for the doctors and also the canteen area. And that's the layout of the next floor up all sorted out. Still need to do all the details in the rooms, tile all the floors off and bits and pieces like that, put some bars on the windows. But happy with how this is all coming on. So this area here is going to be the canteen area. So the stairs come up into this area. There's a gate on this bit here, or a barred door that leads through. There'll be another one there. This will be a treatment room. That's going to lead into the kitchen area. Then you have the stairs that leads up to the next floor. Then again here, it's either going to be a couple of offices or it could be another couple of treatment rooms. And then obviously you have the stairs there that go down to the floor below. But yeah, happy how that's coming on. But that's as far as I can go with the parts I've got sorted out at the moment. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn my attention back to the actual island itself and work on the section that's going to be going on the side and also the exercise yard. Here on the back of the mock is the section which you can look down into the tunnel which leads to the back cave, and the back cave is in this dark section just down here. There is a light that's not plugged in just at the moment, but what I'm going to be doing, as you can see, I've tiled this section off and that's going to hold the exercise yard. So I'm going to build the exercise yard on this plate, and that's just going to be another removable section. And I'll build some rock work up either side of the exercise yard, and then that will enable that to all stay in place. So all of these sections on here are being kept together by the rock work. Here we have the start of the exercise yard, probably about half the size of the previous one, but it's big enough to put the details in that I wish to do so. And this one's gone down to a single skin, whereas the previous one was a double skin. No need to have it too deep due to the size of it. Now on the top of these studs here, I will be putting some clips, and I'm going to put some bars going across and then some black droid arms on top of that, just for the finishing effect on the fence there. This section here is the next part I'll be working on, and this is where the prisoners will arrive. So they'll get dropped off by the van, and then the prison guards will bring them in, and then they will come into this section here. Now I totally forgot about this when I did this floor, so I need to put a doorway in there and then decide whether or not to put something like this before they would get into where either these prison cells here or going down to the maximum security. So I just need to work out exactly how I'm going to do it. And I'm thinking also about putting a wall along this section here. There's no use for this area. People aren't going to be able to walk along to there, so it might be a better finishing look. Anyway, let's put the door in there and make a start on the drop-off area. And loving how this is starting to look. Much prefer the look of this exercise yard at the back here than how it was around the front. I may change out a couple of the bricks on here to a different colour, maybe like a sand green or a dark tan, just something to make it look a little bit more weathered on there. Need to build some more rockwork up on this end and just down there, just to help keep that in place, and another section just up there. And I may very well change the look of this section just here. It doesn't look quite right, but due to the fact that this is modular, I can leave it as it is and tweak that over time, so that's not a problem. Still need to put the bars in on the windows and things like that, but again, that's something I can concentrate on further down the line. I just want to get the actual island itself all finished off. The other part I need to concentrate on doing is getting this small island built over on this side here, which is going to have the guard tower on. So let's take this base plate over to the table and let's make up some of those amendments. Is the start of the rockwork, which is going to be holding the tower on top. So what I'm going to do now is build the brickwork on here. Once I put the brickwork on, I will put a few more bits of rock. So again, it looks like the tower has been built into the rockwork, and then it will bridge across to the actual building itself, as we had on the previous version of the ARKHAM Asylum. So yeah, happy with how this is coming on. I will be putting more details on here on the inverted slopes and any studs that stick out, as I will be on the main island itself. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to move this section of the mock over onto the table, put the island all together and see how it's looking. And here we have the start of the guard tower. So I've put the brickwork on the top of the rockwork, built some more rockwork all the way around, and then put the brown moulded pieces on top of that. So there'll be another section the same height as that on top of it, and then the guard tower will be there. So the guards will be able to look down on the exercise yard and this side of the island. And that's the rockwork all finished off around the edges of these buildings. So the building at the top there and this one here, they're not going anywhere at all. They're firmly kept in place and it just lifts out. So really happy with how that's all come together. And here we have the building back on top of the island. And I'm so pleased I made the decision to redo the actual island itself. I feel the rockwork going all the way around this, it's just got so much more character than how it was before. I think it's well worthwhile taking the extra time just to make it look that much better. I can't wait to get the finishing touches all done across here as well. Next up, I need to work on the front of the island here. So I need to sort the car park out and the steps going up into the front door there, and also the access to where the prisoners will get transported into the actual prison. So let's take this section over to the table and see what we can get done. And here we have the car park area. So we've got two parking spaces. This one here will be where the van pulls up with the prisoners on board. Got the section just here, that's going to be the steps that will lead up to the front door. So what I need to do now is just build some brick walls all the way around the car park section just to hold this all in place. And the bridge, when it comes across, it will join onto this section just here. And that's the wall section all around the car park area. So it's all kept in place now. So the bridge will just rest on that section just there. So I'll just tile it off and then hopefully that'll do the job. Still need to do the finishing touches all the way along the top here, and also put some design around the top of the wall. Whether I put a fence, I'm not sure yet, but I'll come up with something on there. Also, it'd be nice to get some colour put into this rock work, as I've been meaning to do for the last couple of updates. Now, last week, somebody did ask in the live stream about Professor Strange, is there going to be a treatment room for him hidden somewhere? And originally I was thinking I was going to put it in one of the rooms in the building, but I thought it would possibly be better to have it hidden within ARKHAM Asylum. And one place I am considering doing it is inside next to the high security section. Now you come down the stairs at the moment, you've got 3 cells on one side, 2 on the other, and then you've got Freeze's chamber just down the back here. And what I could do, I could remove one of these cells here, well, it'll be this one here, and put a doorway on there. And then at the back here, I've got this tunnel which is just looking down at the sewer pipe in there. And again, I could have it so there's another removable room in there, but I could do it so there's actually an experiment room inside this section. And it wouldn't take much to make those amendments to there. All I need to do is peel a couple of plates off, take out that room there, and it's job done. So that is something that I am considering doing on the mock, but I will have to think about that a little bit more, and it's something I can easily come back to further down the line. Due to the way that I've built this, it's not going to be too much of a problem. But anyway, thanks for the idea, Kodak Black, much appreciated. Anyway, hope you've all enjoyed the update. If you have, please remember to give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel. Remember to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future content on the channel, and please share it with your family and friends. Anyway, thanks for walking on by. See you next time. Bye for now.